Do what? One of my friends texted me.
People, go out there with the dogs. Go.
It's gonna be my big go home. It's gonna be my little go home. I'll do whatever it takes to bring my little go home.
If you can hear me, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Can you give me a different?
Cannot hear us.
I don't know why this one's not charging.
Ms. Ratliff?
Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, I can. Can you not hear me?
Thank you. I just don't want it to die while being in the middle of course.
Ms. Smith, as soon as we can get your attorney logged back in, I'll put you in a private room where you can speak with her, okay?
Okay.
And let me just tell Ms. Smith and Mr. Green both, when we get ready to start this proceeding, if you all will get seated somewhere, get your device set up where it's not constantly moving, that's very helpful because all that movement around and everything is very distracting. We have a court reporter that's trying to take down a record. So y'all need to kind of get yourselves seated and squared away somewhere. Okay, Ms. Ratliff, if you can unmute, let's see if we can hear each other now.
I can hear you now, Judge, and
Okay.
I will be on a better device in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm
but-
gonna put,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put you and your client in a room so you can start talking.
That's great. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all ready to go?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yes.
We're here today set on our adversary hearing. We are conducting this through the Zoom program under a finding of good cause and also by agreement and consent of the parties. And we are live streaming and Ms. Taylor is making our record. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, and we will have an announcement once everybody's done, Your Honor.
Teresa Rattler for the mother, Kristen Smith, present. My client's also present via Zoom, and we're ready, and I believe we have an agreement.
Lauren Lucero, on behalf of the father, Dylan Green, Your Honor, we're both present, ready, and we do have an agreement.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Serenity.
All right, great. Mr. Trout, do you want to tell me what you all have worked out?
Yes, ma'am. There's an agreement for the department to have temporary managing conservator of the child and for parents to eventually work services. We're not asking for any child support or medical support at this time, Your Honor.
All right, quick question. Mr. Green is an alleged father. Have Ms. Lucero, have you all discussed whether or not he's willing to be adjudicated? Have you had any opportunity to talk to him about that?
Yes, Your Honor, as part of our announcement, I was going to announce that he is requesting paternity testing. But just to and I know the department knows this, he's going to be turning himself in April 24th on Monday at the Randall County Jail. He's going to go to the ISF program. And so I don't know if, we could get that taken care of before he leaves. And I mean, he'll be at Randall County for a bit, waiting for a bed. I don't know how long he'll be there, but I was just kind of giving a heads up that he will be there for a little bit before there's a bed available at ISF.
Yeah, we'll go. I mean, it won't happen that fast, but we'll get it
Right.
ordered and hopefully
Okay.
either before he leaves or once he's even gone, maybe we can get it done.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. And it won't be some applicable to Mr. Green since he's getting ready to turn himself in, but we have some kind of visitation set up for mom and the child at this time.
Judge, Ms. Denicky may know, I'm not sure exactly where they stand on the visitation at this time. Heather, do you know where they are on visitations with mom right now?
No, St. Francis will know that.
Luke, do you have any idea?
Okay, I don't know exactly what that's going to look like at this point, but we're willing to supervise that at whatever would be appropriate.
Okay, we normally start with the 1 hour a week, although this is an infant, so we usually do 2. I have concerns, and I expect Ms. Zavala will express them. I think before we want those visits to begin, well, I guess initially, where's the child placed?
Foster placement.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Smith, you can have in-person visits with the child as soon as you give me a clean UA. Okay. And the reason I say that is because you've had a test for methamphetamine, and methamphetamine can be absorbed through the skin. And so when you've got a clean UA, then we'll know that it'll be safe for you to have that kind of in-person contact with the baby. So, let's see, I'm looking to see when her drug test was. That's not that long ago. Did we just do hair, or did we get any UAs?
We just did hair.
Okay.
And Judge, that came back on April 12th was when that test came back.
Okay. Ms. Smith, let me just ask you, and you're going to have to unmute if you know how to do that. I'll send you a little prompt. Okay, Ms. Smith, when was the last time you used anything?
Probably right before I did the drug test the first time.
Okay. If you want to go drug screen for us tomorrow and just do a UA, we'll see how that comes back, so that, and if it comes back negative, then you could go ahead and start having in-person visits with the baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Green, when are you turning yourself in? Okay, if you can unmute.
On the 24th by 5 o'clock, I'll be in Randall County. I pick up my jail card at 11 that day, and I turn myself in by 5, and I wait 30 to 41 days for ISF bed. Then I go down there for 3 months.
Okay. Have you been using anything in the last couple weeks?
Last couple of weeks, marijuana.
That only marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would it be feasible to set up a visit for Mr. Green to see the child if he wants to?
Oh yeah, I'm anything for that. Anything for Serenity. Anything. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so my question goes to Mr. Dyer. Is there a possibility he could have a visit before he has to turn himself in on Monday?
We can make that happen, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Green, you need to just stay in contact with these folks. If you'd like to see the baby, I'm going to let you do that before you have to turn yourself in. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, then, Ms. Smith, if you'll go tomorrow, do you know where to go to take that drug test?
No.
Okay. Mr. Dyer, who's the worker going to be on this?
I can get that one moment. Yeah, I don't have that handy.
Okay.
It'll be the same facility she took the hair strand out correct?
I suspect so. Be out at Care Express.
No, we did it at a different place.
Oh, okay.
Last time you'll go to Care Express on Ross by Sam's, I believe, but the St. Francis worker is Cayenne Williams.
Okay, so the caseworker y'all are gonna have is gonna be Miss Williams, but Miss Smith, if you will go out to Care Express, and that's, do you know where the Sam's Club is out off Ross Osage?
Okay.
It's just past the Sam's. So if you'll be there before 4 o'clock tomorrow to drug test, and it's just a UA. Understand if you don't show up for that drug test, it's deemed a positive result. Okay, so you need to be
Okay.
sure and be there before 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, I know, and it's just to ask the court on this, I know we wouldn't have time to get any kind of drug screen back on Mr. Green before he goes into ISF. Just for the child safety, could the department do at least a cheek swab on him before the visit?
Sure. If it's just marijuana, I'm not worried about that. It's
Well,
just,
and
just
that's- Yes,
the
ma'am,
meth
that's
I'm
just what I
worried
want
about.
to make sure. I know that there are lots of meth use throughout the case on this one, so I just want to make sure on that.
Mr. Green, yeah.
I will say if I need to, I am in compliance with my probation officer, Kenesha Ward. I am very willing to, if she needs to be part of this, I'm very willing to give y'all her number to let y'all know about my past drug screenings through probation if y'all are needing that.
Okay, at some point they probably will want to look at that, but all they're going to want to do before you actually have physical contact with the child is do a mouth swab. It's
Yes, ma'am.
very uninvasive and okay. All right, then, Ms. Ratliff, is this you and your client's agreement?
Yes, it is, Judge. And just one thing before I forget, I want to let my client know that I sent her my number in the direct chat box. I want to make sure she received that because I need her to text me some information after the hearing because she has a text only number and she would have had to hang up without. And I didn't want her to hang up. So I'm gonna make sure she got my number. But yes, this is her agreement. Mom is requesting a home study on Jerry Green, who would be considered the paternal grandfather, even though we haven't established paternity, but has been involved in the child's life. And I think we talked about that. So that was something I wanted to mention. Other than that, I think we have we're fine today. And we just want to know about how soon she can visit, but that depends on her getting that drug test result to him. So that's it that I have for today, Judge.
Okay, so she wants a home study on Mr. Green's father.
Yes.
And Mr. Green, are you good with that too?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, all right. Okay, and Ms. Lucero, is this your also agreement?
Your Honor, yes, that's our agreement. Mr. Green was just, once he gets out of ISF, he hopeful to, resume visits with the child. And I know we're not there yet, but whenever they do the service plan, I'm sure there's going to be something to do with, like kind of drug rehab, things like that. But that's what he's going to be taking care of when he's at ISF. I just want to be clear on that, but that's all we have.
Yeah, as long as he successfully completes his ISF, that certainly will count for any drug treatment requirement.
And
As long as he stays clean.
Clean, right? And then he believes it's his understanding that there might be a parenting class offered there, so he'll try to take care of any services while he's there.
Okay, there very well may be. So
Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, just for the court's notification, the request for paternity testing has been filed.
Okay.
Orders.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, and Ms. Zavala.
Serenity's doing very well. I'm in agreement with what's been announced. The only thing I was going to request was the drug testing. That's already been addressed, and I've got no objection to the home study.
Okay, very good. All right, then, I will find that it's evidence is sufficient to name the Department of Family and Protective Services as the temporary managing conservator of the child Serenity. And I appreciate parents working with us and agreeing today. We will, of course, talk more about service plans at the next hearing. Mr. Green, you may still be in Randall County. If so, we can have you brought in for our hearing. you know, from the jail, it'll be by Zoom, but we can have you brought in to participate. And I'm going to approve the agreement for no child support or medical support. I am going to order mom to do the drug test before 4 o'clock tomorrow. That'll just be a UA. And if it's negative, then she can start having face-to-face visits with the baby. Mr. Green can do an oral swab and have visits as long as that's negative for methamphetamine before he turns himself in on Monday. I'll order the home study on the paternal grandfather, and then I will sign the order for genetic testing between Mr. Green and the child. So I'll see everybody back June 13th of 2023. That will be a 9 o'clock docket. That'll be what we call your status hearing. We'll talk more about service plans then, but between now and then, St. Francis is going to sit down with you, your new caseworker. They're going to talk to you about what all they're going to want you to do. And you can get started on those things as soon as you can. Okay. All right, then. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you back in June.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Best of luck.
You got that message, person?